Hey there YouTube, it's Marvin here again. Welcome to my channel. Today I have two riserless motherboard in front of me which I want to do the comparison. The top one, it's a very popular one. This is the BTC-S37 because they have like a three different model of the BTC. The BTC T37 BTC-D37 and the S37, which is this one here. And the bottom one, this is, the model number is a B85-BTC. So the main difference between the two, the S37 has a built-in CPU and built-in CPU fan, and while this one here it doesn't have. Okay, so the B85-BTC motherboard, which is this one here, it has a LGA 1150, that's LGA 1150 socket, which support the Intel CPU 4th and 5th generation. But both motherboard, they use the same DDR3 laptop memory and the mSATA SSD, which is right here. Let me show you the board closely. Okay, so as I said, they are both using DDR3 laptop memory. As you can see, the socket here, I mean the slot is right here for the B85, and then for the S37 it's almost the same location, but it's just the other way around. This is also DDR3 laptop memory, and also this the SSD is it's using mSATA. This is the S37, it goes like that, and for the B85 it's also the same, it goes the same way. It's just like the mounting screw is on the other side. Alright, and the connector of the S37, as you can see, it has a HDMI, LAN connector, and 4 USB and one VGA, and also it has the power button here. It doesn't have the HDMI output. It has only VGA, 4 USB and LAN, and also have the power button that is far like away from here, right here. It's almost somewhere in the middle of the board. And what else? The difference, the S37 has two SATA connector, while the B85 is only have one at the very corner. And the S37 only has like a single connector, 6-pin connector for the PCIe slot. So that's also they're gonna supply the whole motherboard, while the B85, it has like a connector on the side if you want to connect your power here, your power supply here, or you can power the motherboard as well. And this connector here, it will also power the HPCIe slot. And the B85 also have connectors on the side, which this one here is supplying, will supply the PCIe. This one here, this guy here, and this guy here, and this, as you can see, I put an arrow there. It means this is the input and this is the output here. You cannot like interchange this connector. This one, it's going to supply your GPU if you wanted to get the power from the motherboard supplying your GPU. And when it comes to the spacing of the PCIe slot, there's no difference. As you can see right there, that is like 2 1/4, and the B85 is just about the same, 2 1/4. The dimension of the motherboard, the S37 is a bit wider. Let's see. That is like 7.5, and the S37 is like 7, so like half an inch difference. But the B85 is a bit longer because it has a connector on the other end. So let's see, what's that? So the S35, I mean B85 is like 23.5 inches long, and the S37 is only 22.5 inches long. Okay, and the other difference is the fan connector. So like this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the BTC-S37 has a 4 fan connectors. Also the B85 has 4, but it's a different connector. The S37 is kind of weird actually because it has HDMI. So I was expecting the fan connector is the latest one. I mean the one that we are using right now, but it has like the older fan connector, which you cannot use the 3 pins connector like this one. And the B85, it has that connector, that the 3 pins connector, as you can see right here. I can use, oh sorry, so I can use the regular fan, that, but this one here I cannot, so I have to use this Molex connector to supply it from the power supply. So the main reason that why I bought this motherboard, even though it doesn't have a built-in CPU, actually that's the main reason, because it supports 4th generation, 4th and 5th Intel CPU, which can support the 3060 RTX 3060 card. I'm really hoping that at least one of the PCIe slot, like this one here, which is closer to the CPU, hopefully it has like at least 8 times PCIe speed. Otherwise, you know, if it's just like the same as this one here, is they are all times 1 speed, so it's not gonna support the full support of the 3060 RTX 3060, which is like gonna give you the full hash rate. So that's another reason why I bought this. So if I can get at least one, or hopefully all of them, but I don't think so. As you can see right here, you can see the circuitry is almost just like very identical with the S37. So I kind of doubt that it's like 8 times speed. Probably they all just the same, like 1 time speed. But let's see about that. I will that's what gonna be my next video, because I have a comment that asking me to do the step-by-step installing Windows on this kind of motherboard. So that's what I'm gonna do next in my next video. I'm gonna install Windows in it. I'm gonna install nice hash, and then test the 3060 with a B85 motherboard, and probably test 1660 Super as well. Alright guys, that's it for me today, and if you have any question, you can leave it in the comments, and I will try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. And again, the This one here is the BTC-S37, and this one here is the B85-BTC. The only difference is the S37 has built-in CPU fan and CPU, and the B85 doesn't have a built-in CPU or fan. But okay guys, I'm gonna try to test the B85-BTC motherboard as soon as I can so that I can share with you guys. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.